So before I continue, I emphasize our Kasoma Farouk of Uganda's idea, believe that you can. Believe that you can. At a time, even when things are not easy, believe that you can. So we are looking at the German unification. We believe finally German got its unification in 1871. But I can say the struggle to unify German was not easy. The key figure in the struggle for the German unification was Otto von Bismarck. So we are saying Otto von Bismarck and others fought for the German unification, and finally Germany had to get its unification. So we need to know the favorable factors for the unification of Germany. Number one, the rise of able leaders. It is said the rise of able leaders in Germany like Otto von Bismarck, William I, these ones mobilized the people, and people had to understand the benefits of the struggle. It is this that finally helped Germany to get its unification. So the rise of able leaders who were great mobilizers in politics, and people had to understand the benefits of the struggle. It is this that finally helped Germany to get its unification. Then the strong army. You remember the weakness in the army was underrating the struggle. So later they built a strong army. This army was used to liberate different states. For example, it was used in the Danish War, in the Austro-Prussian War, and this finally helped Germany to get its unification. Because the army crushed all of those that were against the struggle. Then the identification of a model state. We are saying today, the identification of a model state, as a model state was identified as Prussia. It is Prussia that led the other states in the fight for the German unification. So the identification of a model state, which was greater economically than other states. So the economic resources that were collected in Prussia were used to liberate all other German states, and finally Germany had to get its unification. Then the improved economy. We are saying today the improvement in the economy, as Prussia built a very strong economy, the resources collected because of the improvement in the economy were used to liberate German states. And this explains why we are saying Germany had to get its unification. Because you remember, economic backwardness was eating the struggle. So the improvement in the economy helped Germany to get its unification. Then the improvement in transport and communication. We are saying today the improvement in transport and communication helped Germany to get its unification, because it helped the liberators to move from one area to another. And by this time they had to mobilize people. Through mobilization, finally Germany had to get its unification. Then the rise of a strong middle class. By this time, a middle class educated people that rose up in Germany and were very great economically. They used their knowledge and resources in form of money to fight for the German unification. So we are saying today, the rise of a strong middle class, the middle class that had money when it rose up, it is this that finally helped Germany to get its what? Unification. Then the mobilization of the masses. It was through mobilization of the masses that finally Germany had to get its unification. As the masses were mobilized, they had to understand the benefits of the struggle, and this helped Germany to get its unification. So it was the mobilization of the masses that helped Germany to get its unification. Then the lessons from the failure of the 1848 revolution. So we are saying today, the lessons from the failure of the 1848 revolutions. We believe by this time, the failure of the 1848 revolution gave a lesson to the people. In other words, when they were defeated in 1848, they learned a lesson. If they were divided, this time they became strong, and this helped Germany to get its unification. Then the rise of liberal forces, that is in nationalism and liberalism. People believed that they had to liberate themselves. People believed that they had to fight for their rights and freedom. So it is this rise of liberal forces that made many people to join in the struggle, because they were hoping to get freedom and liberty. So it is this that helped Germany to get its unification. Then the communist strategy and plan. We are saying today, the communist strategy and plan helped Germany to get its unification, where they started looking in one direction. As they started looking in one direction, it is this that helped Germany to get its unification, because they believed that they had to unite together to fight for a common goal of unifying Germany, and this helped Germany to get its unification. Then educational reforms. It is the same. Social backwardness was eating the struggle, but educational reforms, the changes in issues concerning about education, helped the Germans to get their unification. So educational reforms helped the Germans to get their unification, where we believe as they got freedom, as they understood the benefits of the struggle through education, it is this that made many people to join in the struggle, and this helped Germany to get its unification. Then the Vienna settlement of 1814-15. So we are saying today, the Vienna settlement, which combined the German states, this made people in the German states believe that if the diplomats at Vienna combined us, we can still combine. And finally, this helped Germany to get its unification. Then Austria's influence. As Austria had a great influence in the German states, like it produced what you call high spy network under Metternich. It is this that made people to rise up and fight for freedom, because they were tired of Austria's influence. And this finally helped Germany to get its unification. Then the downfall of Metternich in 1848. You remember Metternich was an obstacle to the struggle as he collapsed in 1848. We believe that as Metternich collapsed, before his collapse, people were fearing to join the struggle for fear of Metternich. But when he collapsed in 1848, many others had to join the struggle. And it is this that helped Germany to get its unification. Then the collapse of the Congress system. We believe by this time, as the Congress system collapsed in 1848, it is this that helped Germany to get its unification. Because you remember, a system called Congress system was underrating the struggle. In other words, people feared to join the struggle for fear of the diplomas of the Congress system. But as the Congress system collapsed, it is this that finally helped Germany to get its unification. Influence of Napoleon Fury. Napoleon Fury at one time was an obstacle to the struggle for unification. This made people to hate Napoleon Fury's policies and made them to join hands together to fight against him. And this helped Germany to get its unification. Then the influence of Napoleon I. We believe by this time that the influence of Napoleon I also helped Germany to get its unification. Napoleon one time had influence in the German states, and he led to the promotion of liberty, equality and fraternity there. And it is this that helped Germany to get its unification. So I can tell you, Germany got its unification in 1871. So in this case, we are honoring a man called Otto von Bismarck and William I. These were key figures in the fight